guys, hey my good people, Kwazi my people, how are you doing? I hope that munaendelea fiti wherever you guys are. I don't know what time it is on your side. On my side it's a few minutes to 12, okay, in the afternoon, and I'm so happy, I'm so excited, I'm so grateful to this God, being alive, being healthy. We don't take these things for granted. We should always be grateful to God, because there's so many people who wanted to see this day, or there's so many people who wish that they are healthy. There are those in hospital, they cannot even do things for themselves, they cannot walk, others cannot see, others cannot hear, but you there, you're healthy, you can stand, you can do things on your own. Those are more than enough reasons to celebrate this God in your life, okay? So it's your girl Mungai Diaries, and this is where we travel, learn, and discover. I just want to welcome you all to this channel and say thank you for your support, guys. We are almost at 400 subscribers. Thank you for your love. Thank you for always watching out on my content. I love you guys. I love you all. If you've not joined the family, I don't even have an idea of what you're waiting for. I mean, how can you miss being in this channel, So in a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, subscribe! Yay! Amazing! Thank you for joining. Today is a continuation of my previous video. If you've not watched my previous video on my Aupair journey, kindly consider going there, watch the video, and at least get along with this video, uelewe why we're doing this video, okay? This is the second episode, and I guess it will be the last episode. I'm not sure, depending on when you're tutajisikia, then from onwards we can start doing some some information, informative videos about Aupair, all those things, and do some videos on questions that you guys keep on asking and everything, at least to be on the same track. I don't want you guys to lose it in the process and everything. So we will just start on this point. So when I got my host family when I was in Netherlands, I remember at that point I had no document, the required documents that were needed for me by the agency. I only had my passport, but I remember talking with my host family and even with the agency and telling them that whenever if I get the chance, when I go home, it will be easy, and I'll get all the documents on time. I assured my host family, and I promised them that I'll not disappoint them, because I believed in myself. I didn't know how to do things, but how long it's gonna take, but I showed them that I was more than interested with being part of their family, and getting the chance for me meant a lot. If you've watched the previous video, you've seen me saying, you've heard it, that me as a person, as an individual, me as Mungai, my family comes first, and every opportunity that always comes on my way, I always go for it, knowing that it's not only for my own sake, but for my own family. It's always my prayer and my dream to make a difference in my family. So back to the story. I paid for my ticket because my agency in Qatar didn't want to pay for my ticket, and it's because I had extended my contract. I remember I had finished my contract and extended it with 4 months. So on top of those 4 months, they wanted me to I had decided to extend the contract until December, so at least to see if I'll have gotten a chance to to go to Europe, because I didn't want to go home and just stay without doing anything. And I felt at the moment I never wanted to go back to Qatar. So I paid for my tickets, and I paid it like the day I did an interview with the agency, and you know, like I felt now, you know, like it's legit, and you know, like they have proven to me that, you know, I'm chosen, you know. So I paid for my ticket, and I remember this, those that we were working with them in Qatar, like because at that point I was in the accommodation, I was not working, so they were like, so why are you preferring to pay for your ticket and everything? But deep inside me, I knew why I'm doing this. They couldn't understand. I believe I left them talking about me, but I'm very sure, like, at least after some time they understood why I had to do what I did, you know. So I paid for my ticket. Guys, I even want to say thank you to this guy. He was called Sam. I guess I'm gonna leave his YouTube link on the description box. He really supported me, because that day when I was going to do the interview with the agency, I didn't want to do it at my accommodation so that everyone couldn't like understand what I was doing. So he accepted me to go at his place of work, and he gave me the internet, and I did the interview and I passed. Sam, wherever you are, I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you. May God bless you so much. So after I was chosen, I called my mom, I called my dad and my siblings, and I told them, oh, I've gotten this chance and I'll be coming home soon and I'm paying for my ticket. My mom was so like, oh, so why are they not wanting to pay for the ticket? But I told my mom, you know what, I'll just do it because I need this chance, you know. And she said, it's fine. But I used to cry, like when the agency didn't want to pay for my ticket. It broke my heart. Like I could, like, you know, just sleep down, lay down, cover my head and cry at night, you know. Like, I mean, I came to understand that in everything that you're doing, you know, like in the process of, you know, getting to where like God has destined you to, it's never that easy. That process is never easy. It's you know, you can even give up, but I'm grateful to God. I had strong faith and I believe that, you know, God has, you know, made it happen. God has chosen me, and like getting this opportunity meant a lot to me. So I traveled back home on 7th of August 2021. That is when I traveled back home. I stayed home for 1 month and 1 week, I guess. Yeah, so I prepared myself, went back home, found my family. I was so excited, went, you know, like finding my family. It's been you know, a big days, you know, many days, I'll say that, before we had seen each other. And like only one thing that broke my heart when I went back home was finding my dad laying down on his bed. He couldn't do anything, he couldn't move, you know. Like when you go back home and you've not seen each other for a while, you expect to jump over at each other, laugh, you know, share your experiences, how was it like and everything. It broke my heart when I found my dad that he was in pain. Like I remember my dad was so much in pain, and I remember telling him, Dad, I'm back and everything. He was laying down on his bed and I gave him a hug, and I was like, oh my God. I remember that day I couldn't even sleep so well, imagining like I left him in a good position. He was not, you know, like in any pain. He was just like okay. But afterwards, you know, things happened, and oh my God. Guys, if you're out there and you don't have a parent in your life, I guess you understand what I'm saying. It's the most painful thing in this world, you know. And when I sit down and think about it, like now that I'm winning and God is making ways in my life, and one of my parents is not there, you know, to celebrate the goodness of God in my life, it breaks me, because me and my dad were friends and he has always wanted the best for me. He used to tell me, you know, Dad used to call me Wairimu and say like, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, how things are today, but one day God will make things happen, you know, like the sacrifices my dad went through, like, the sacrifices they gave us with my mom, only for us to, for the sake of us to go to school, to have shelter, to have clothes and everything, meant a lot. They never mind, like, being talked about by, the society, by the family, being hated only because of, the challenges, our background and everything. They never gave up on us. It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. And then, like, when I stayed home in August, I traveled home in September. In October, after 2 months, my dad passed away. And I even felt like God had, like, kept my dad for me to go and see him, because I don't know how it would have been, like, living, knowing that I didn't see him when he was sick and I didn't see him after his death. Like, I miss my dad so much. I miss my dad so much. Like, I'd wish that he was here. I'd wish that I could be calling him and, ask him, Dad, is there anything that you need from me? I'll be feeling happy, like him calling and saying, I need this, can you send me some money, can you do this for me, can we do this, like, plan and do a project together and everything. At times going back home and finding that you don't have one of your parents, it hurts a lot. Like, it's the most painful thing in this world. I miss my dad so much. Like, sometimes we feel like asking God questions, but we have to hold it back. All I can say is, may my dad's soul rest in peace. And I know wherever he is a proud dad, knowing that the daughter is winning, the daughter is making things, like, work for the family. And Dad, I can promise you that I'll take care of your wife and your children to the end of this world. Sorry guys, so back to the story. So I went back home. I started gathering all the documents and everything. I remember, like, even, sometimes when God is making things happen in your life, the devil is always not happy. In the process of verifying my birth certificate, we found that it was fake. I had to start the process again. My good conduct, like, took long. I had to pay someone money for me to get all the documents on time. I also want to say thank you to this girl called, I can't remember her name. She works in Nairobi Hospital. At 2017, I used to work in Nairobi Hospital as a cleaner. And this girl came through for me. I needed a health statement. She wrote for me. She, she didn't even charge me anything. Wherever you are, baby girl, thank you so much. And I just want to say thank you to my mom. Thank you to my siblings for believing in me. Thank you to my cousin Aunt. God bless you so much. Thank you to my aunt, Mama Shiko. Thank you so much for always supporting me. You guys, were it not for you, I don't know where I could be. I would have given up kitambo sana. And I just want to say thank you to my mom. She has always been my prayer partner. She has always been my big support. She has always been there for us, for me. Like, anytime, I feel I want to call her, she's always there for me. Like, I don't know what I can do, but may God bless her for me. I love my mom so much. I just love her to the end of this world. God bless her for me, because me sitting here and doing this video and trying to, like, imagine, like, to think in my mind of what God has done in my life, where God has brought me, my past life. It has not been an easy journey. It has been God all through. Yani sio mimi, ni Mungu. Yani Mungu tu akisema it's your time, he'll always make things possible at his own time, not time wenyewe unataka, his own time. So I got my contract from my previous host family in Netherlands. When I was in Kenya, I signed the contract. I sent it back to the agency. Like, they booked an appointment for me at the embassy. I went for biometrics, and I think after 1 week or 2 weeks, I got my visa. I went, took my visa. I was so happy. I went back home celebrating. I told my family and everything and started packing. And that is the day I paid for my ticket. I had not paid for the ticket. My host family paid for my visa and I paid for my ticket. I don't really remember like how much I paid, but it was around 500 euro and below, like 400 and something or 500 there. It was not above 500 euro, okay? So I paid for my ticket and I started packing and preparing myself to travel. Guys, I traveled on the 11th of September. That is when I traveled to Netherlands. Guys, I was super excited. I used to cry and tell God, you made this thing possible. There's this song that I love and has always been my anthem. This song of Kelvin Minor. It says, Daweta kihoti, tadoni hoti detie, nainami the shield. I can't remember the verses, everything, but I love that song, Daweta Kihoti by Kevin Minor. It has always been my dream, my anthem and everything. And after some while, I found myself in Netherlands. Guys, it was such an amazing moment. So mine is just to encourage you guys. Feel encouraged and know that everything is possible if you choose to trust in this God, if you choose to be patient, keep pushing. It doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. It doesn't matter how difficult the challenges looks like. You might feel like things will not work because of your situation at that moment, but I can assure you that one day things will work for you. If it worked for this ordinary girl from the village, a girl that no one saw anything good from her, being hated because of, your lifestyle of where you come from, or because of, kuzalia home, you guys, kuzalia home, what it means. Yani, unachukiwa, but God ni nani. I believed in myself. I didn't hate myself. I didn't say that things will not work, I'm this girl who says, you know what, everything is possible with God. So pia wewe, ingia kwa hizo website, create profile, look for host family, take your time and create a nice profile, and I can assure you guys that things will work out. Things will work out. Okay? Mukwe too patient. Mukwe too patient. Anyways, I don't want to say much on this video. I just want to say that nawapenda sana. Continue supporting your girl. Guys, that's all I want from you. Support me and I'll give you the content that you guys want. Anyway, guys, have a blessed time and I love you all. Okay?